Hey everybody, welcome back to the final show of the year of WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. And you've really helped us throughout the year because you've gone to AskJoe@YesNetwork.com, Facebook, Twitter, the whole deal. And we've taken the best questions, and we'll do that again. I know this is your favorite part of the show.
It sure is.
Because you don't have to get the questions from me. All right, here we go. This is from Michael Rich via Facebook. Great job, Joe. I hope you come back next year with a healthy club. What have you learned from this tough season?
Well, you learn a lot about people, how they can rise to the occasion is what you learn, and you're never out of it. That's the thing, that if you believe and you put the work in and you're able to perform, you're never out of it.
All right, this is from True Yankee Fan 42. What do you usually do during the offseason? Do you stay in contact with other players?
I do, but it is my time to be a husband and a father, and I don't travel. I'm home every night with my family. Obviously, we take a little trip here and there, but I'm basically a father and a husband.
A lot of people that are on baseball teams that are used to being in the playoffs, when they don't get there, they don't watch. Will you watch?
Probably not a whole lot, because I think it even makes it sting more. Obviously, I'm curious to see who's going to be in the World Series and how the playoff picture is going to evolve, but I won't sit down and watch games now.
Eddie Cabrera via Facebook. What do you think the top priority of this team needs to address this offseason?
Well, I think the first thing that you always have to address is your rotation. You have to make sure that you have at least 5 starters going into spring training, because eventually someone's going to go on the DL for a little bit of time, and you have to replace them. So I always think that's the first thing you have to address.
All right. This is from Twitter, Cookie Miss Mom. My son is an 11-year-old catcher. What are some tips you could give him?
I love it. The big thing about catching is you can't have a fear of the ball. And I know a lot of coaches, and I did it too, kids are going to block balls, and they're going to work on that. And I always said block a softball, because in the game it's an instinct that you go. And if you work at blocking balls with hard baseballs, you're going to get beat up, and then you're going to have some fear. So I think it's always important that you practice with the incredibles.
As the season ends, and this is the final show, sad?
Oh, absolutely. It's emotional for me because I watch my coaching staff, what they put into it. I watch what the players put into it. I watch, I know what I put into it. And you play for that one thing, to win a World Series, and it's extremely disappointing.
You will not use this as an excuse, and I don't mean to question it that way. If you had the team that you put together in the offseason, the organization put together, would you be in the playoffs if no one got hurt?
Oh, you would like to think so. You would like to think that we would have played extremely well, and we would be, resting our guys right now and getting ready for the first round of the playoffs. But, I would have liked to take my chances. And the interesting thing is, too, the thing about this game is it's like cold turkey. You play for 162 games in 180 days, and then it just stops abruptly. And that's always hard for me.
Final thing, we started with him, and appropriately we will close with him. So many people were affected by Thursday.
Yeah.
People cried. I got messages of grown men crying. People on Twitter weeping. Why? Why does he resonate? Because there have been a lot of great players that don't elicit that sort of response. Why does Mo make grown men cry?
I think what he's meant to the organization, but I think people can, in a sense, relate to Mo, because he seems like he's just a run-of-the-mill guy. If you see him on the street, he's not going to blow you off. He's not going to act like he's not going to have an entourage. He's just going to be a regular guy, and I think people appreciate that.
One of a kind, really.
He really is.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thanks, Michael.
All class, all year.
Thank
you
you
so much. That's Joe Girardi. I'm Michael Kay. Thank you so much for watching another year of WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. See you, everybody. Have a great off season, and we'll see you next season.